Hey functional bodybuilders, we're going to be reviewing the Cossack squat today. You have it this week in training. There'll be weeks of progression coming up quite soon, and I want to give you a couple key tips that are going to help you to prioritize the biggest point of performance for this particular movement so that you can get the most benefit out of training Cossacks for mobility and strength. We have a deeper dive video on our YouTube channel at Functional Bodybuilding on YouTube that you can go through and really get much deeper into this movement. But for today, let's just focus on basic points and one very important, useful regression. So a Cossack squat looks like a lateral lunge, but a full squat depth on the working leg. I'm going to take a stance that's outside my shoulders. This is going to depend on your limb length, but what I want to see is that when you get to the bottom position, that your knee is pointed in the same direction as your toe. This back heel is on the ground. This toe can lift up and this leg is fully straight. If you're too close, you will not be able to get as deep, and if you're too far away, you also will not be able to get as deep. The range of motion here, the full squat depth, is the key point of performance that we want to be chasing. Now, a goblet position and hold with a dumbbell actually is a little bit easier than doing it body weight so long as you keep the weight light. It's going to allow you to keep an upright posture, which is super critical for this exercise. Upright posture because this is a counterbalance to my weight going back. It's also going to allow me to get that deep stretch both on my adductors on this leg and my hip and ankle and knee on the working leg. The biggest obstacle that we see is mobility, and that comes in the form of getting into that bottom position on the working leg. I have this box out here because this is one of the best regressions that you can use to get into this position. If I elevate my foot 2 inches, this is a 6-inch height, anywhere in that range, it's going to take a little bit of strain off of the adductor. It's also going to not demand as deep or as challenging a position on this leg. You don't have as much ankle range of motion or flexibility required, and you can keep a more upright torso. So this would be a common regression that you can use in a goblet or body weight style Cossack squat. So remember those points of performance, and remember also that using a step of 2 to 6 inches can really be a benefit. I hope that helps. Have a good training session.